Okay, so we've removed the Fluidics assembly from the Moflo, and now we are going to replace it with a different one. So here we have the two Fluidic assemblies. Now the Fluidics assembly that is removed should be placed in a safe, sterile environment without the nozzle and without any fluid in the flow cell. So we place the nozzle in the new assembly which has no fluid in the flow cell, and we then place the Fluidics assembly into the Moflo, gently introducing the nozzle assembly into the flow chamber, but without screwing it to the machine, since this will be the last step. Next, we secure the sheet lines. We can start with the top shortest sheet line and making sure that it is straight and tightly secure. Also, make sure that both lines are below the blue pressure line. And now we can secure the longest sheet line, and again make sure it's straight and well tightened. Now for the sample line, the first thing to make sure is that it passes below the micrometer. So we place the sample line into the sample chamber, and then we screw in the fitting just slightly. Now we secure the tab by tightening the two screws, and they don't have to be very tight. And there. So, to measure the proper length of the sample line in the sample station, we place in a tube, and then we adjust the sample line up and down until we feel we have the right length. And then we just tighten and secure the sample line. And there, we remove the tube, and we have the proper length of the sample line. Okay, so the last step is to secure the nozzle assembly. Now, one of the tricks to avoid accumulating too many air bubbles in the flow cell is to start the sheet running with the nozzle assembly facing upwards, so that when the sheet runs through the flow cell, the air bubbles will go up towards the nozzle tip and disappear. Now, before you start the sheet running, place a paper towel over the nozzle tip, and then start the sheet. And immediately you start seeing air bubbles forming, and you can remove them by just tapping the nozzle assembly several times until you don't see any more air bubbles. Now turn the taps off, and then you're ready to screw in the nozzle assembly. Okay, so all you have to do now is to gently place the nozzle assembly back in the flow chamber, and then slightly tighten the first screw. Okay, there it goes. And then once secured, you can tighten the second screw all the way. Oops, all the way. Okay. Okay, there it is. So then we secure the second screw again all the way. Make sure it's tight. Okay. Place the covers back. Okay. There it goes. Screw it in. And then the other. Okay. Okay, so finally we can reconnect the piezoelectric and charge wires and put the nozzle back down, and you're ready to start up your machine.